in there and gets absolutely plastered, iced out by Usyk. So it just shows you, and there's all the big fights, Tyson Fury and AJ. AJ got ironed out by Dubois properly, and Usyk just ironed out Dubois.
Daniel, I just worry about him going forward, because fighters who study him and watch him know, I get you past 3 or 4 rounds and keep putting dents in you, it's only a matter of time. Now, don't get me wrong, Usyk's shown that and Jojo's shown that.
Usyk has not improved since he beat Daniel Dubois. But then, who did Oleksandr Usyk beat after beating Daniel Dubois? Tyson Fury. He beat Tyson Fury twice. He did it the first time, and then the second time, he did it even much better.
Oleksandr Usyk has become the fighter who doesn't just defeat opponents, he dismantles them, often leaving lasting scars on their confidence and careers. Daniel Dubois, once a rising heavyweight force, is a prime example. As Tony Bellew explained, Dubois thrives on confidence, but against Usyk, that belief evaporated from the opening bell. Usyk's sharp
Talk us through Usyk's performance.
It was basically as I predicted. I said Oleksandr Usyk would figure Daniel Dubois out and he'd stop me, just done it a little bit quicker than I thought. I said anywhere between 8 and 10, and he does it in, I think it was the 5th or the 6th.
Yeah, that's it.
The 5th round. So basically, he comes out, he starts, he just does a good look in the first round, but he already implements the jab straight away. Oleksandr, when he hits Daniel Dubois with a really hard jab, and like I said before, Daniel Dubois is a confidence fighter. When he gets confidence and he starts pressing forward, the confidence builds and his momentum builds. He stifled it in that first round with a hard, heavy jab, and from the outside looking in, it just looked like it was only a matter of time till Daniel Dubois was going to go, I've had enough.
Yeah, you think?
He was landing heavy shot after heavy shot. Even when he landed to the body, Usyk was like, touched his body and then just was like, well, what are you going to do? Nothing's working for you. And it just took away all the confidence from Daniel Dubois.
You could see it drain out of him, really, couldn't you? Very quickly.
It was sad, really, because I just worry about Daniel, because I think to myself, as fighters, the thing that you need most is heart, and he's displayed that on a couple of occasions against your Jerome Millers and your Filip Hrgović's. But then he's also displayed that he doesn't have the heart for the fight at certain times in fights, and I think
jab in the first round set the tone, smothering Dubois's momentum before it could build. From then on, it was only a matter of time before Dubois mentally checked out, unable to find answers to Usyk's relentless pressure. Bellew admitted he fears for Dubois's future, pointing out that while he has shown heart in some fights, he's also displayed moments of vulnerability, moments Usyk ruthlessly exploited. The way Usyk stripped away his belief highlighted just how dangerous the Ukrainian is, not only with his skills but with his ability to break a fighter's will. Even Frank Warren, often a staunch supporter of British heavyweights, has openly called Usyk one of the greatest fighters of this generation. He compared him to legends like Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis, and Larry Holmes, emphasizing that Usyk's Olympic gold, cruiserweight...
He took over the fight. He's got a great mental... he's so strong mentally, Usyk. You think about it, every fight he's had has been on the road because of obviously the war in Ukraine, going into other people's backyards and coming away with a prize each time. It takes a bit of a mindset to do that, as well as the skills that he has. But he done a fantastic job and took the fight over and eventually stopped Daniel.
How do you think he compares to the other greats of the sport then, the likes of Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield?
He's up there with them all. He's up there. He's in the top 10, and you left out Larry Holmes, who was a great fighter. They would have been, of each generation. It's all, we always do it, all of us in boxing. I wonder how this one would have got. How would Muhammad Ali have got on with Usyk and all these sort of, permutations. But you can only be the best as you can in your generation, and he at the moment is the guy, and he's done it. He's done it at 3 levels. He won the gold medal in the Olympic Games. He unified all of the cruiserweight titles, the 4 belts. He's done the same in the heavyweight division, and at 38 years of age, he's undefeated. So he's one of the greats.
Tyson Fury insists that he's the only man who can beat Usyk. Will he step out of retirement for a trilogy?
We'll see, but he likes that fight. He wants that fight. And they were close fights, by the way. very, very close fights, both of those fights that Tyson had with him. So who knows? Anything can happen in this business, and maybe that's a fight that could be made if indeed Usyk wants to do it and Tyson wants to do it. I have no problem with it. In fact, it was mentioned during an interview over the PA address at Wembley on Saturday, and everybody gave it a loud cheer. So, I'm sure there'd be an appetite for it.
Dominance and undisputed heavyweight reign make him an all-time great. At 38 years old, undefeated, and having fought most of his battles on foreign soil, Usyk's discipline and mentality put him in rare company. Tyson Fury, however, insists he's the only man who can beat Usyk. Despite back-to-back defeats, he continues to call for a trilogy, claiming redemption is his ultimate motivation. Fury argues that their fights were close enough to justify a third showdown, one that could define his legacy. Yet the silence from Fury since his most recent loss speaks volumes. For a man known for his brash personality, his unusual quietness suggests the defeats have hit him harder than he admits. A third bout, likely in Saudi Arabia or Wembley, could be his last.
Usyk, middleweight. You say you want the WBC, and it's held by gypsies. It is held by gypsies. It's held by the Gypsy King, and it's held tightly, grasped tight. And all road leads to a 7-foot behemoth that will absolutely destroy you, middleweight. Middleweight, you will get smashed to bits. You say you wanted to fight me after you beat the bodybuilder, called me out on television, and now you're being a little bitch pussy boy, running, hiding, saying you've got injuries. You ain't got no injuries, you had a sparring contest. Get out and fight in December, you let your mouth go, now let's back it up. See if you can back it up, middleweight. Doesn't matter if it's December or April or August next year. The outcome will be the same. I will obliterate you. I'm a 7-foot, 20-stone behemoth, and I will destroy you, middleweight. Find your balls, come see me. Bitch.
Shot to rewrite the story Usyk has written over him. Interestingly, Fury has also shown compassion toward Dubois, offering mentorship after his brutal loss. His defense of Dubois, reminding fans that there are no cowards in boxing, shows the deep psychological toll of fighting Usyk. Fury knows firsthand how draining it is to face him and perhaps sees himself in Dubois' struggles. Anthony Joshua, too, has acknowledged Usyk's superiority. He admitted that Usyk's footwork, composure, and tactics were simply too advanced. Such honesty from a former unified champion only adds to the respect.
He's a fighting man. We're fighting men. After all, right, he's a fighting man, and that's going to eat away at his soul. Fact that he lost his last ever fight to Oleksandr Usyk. So my bet, my money, would go on a rematch happening in Saudi Arabia once again, not in October, sometime around March next year. You got to decompress. You got to forget all about fighting. Enjoy your family.
Spend some family time, walk me dog, go to the tip. Me and Frank will talk what's going to happen in the future.
Get over the loss mentally, because it will take a while to process. Now, granted, it was a split decision. One judge thought that he won, so there's a moral victory there. So to the press and to the public, you can talk and say, one judge thought I won. So therefore, in my mind, we're good. But when he goes home and you rest your head on that pillow at night, you know, the world knows that Oleksandr Usyk was the winner of that fight. And that is why fighters, when they have the money, they have the respect, they've got the career already in the bag, is why they continue to fight.
Surrounding Usyk's name. Yet, despite his dominance, Usyk still faces skepticism from parts of the British media. Analysts like Simon Jordan and Spencer Oliver have downplayed his achievements, even suggesting he hasn't improved since his first fight with Dubois, claims immediately debunked by the fact that Usyk has since defeated Tyson Fury twice, the second time even more convincingly. The truth is undeniable. Usyk has systematically beaten every major British heavyweight, Chisora, Joshua, twice, Dubois, and Fury, twice. He has exposed gaps in their styles and, in many cases, left them questioning themselves long after the final bell. His dominance has been so clear that even
Right guys, quick one. I keep getting asked about this Dubois situation and all this quitting stuff and whatever else. Here's the facts. The facts are, young Daniel did his best against one of the greatest champions that's ever been, and it wasn't good enough. He come up short. He got put down twice. What do you want him to do? Die in the ring? There's no first place for getting battered. The lad did his best. He wasn't going to win the fight. He's better off getting out of there. There's a lot of jealousy in boxing, especially when an individual's making a lot of money. A lot of jealous fighters slagging someone off who did his best and the guts to get in there. There is no cowards in boxing. When you're in that ring fighting world heavyweight champions, there is no cowards. So all the credit deserves to Daniel. He worked his off from being 8-year-old. He won the world title and fought Usyk for the undisputed. Video went off and fought Usyk for the undisputed. And now he's sitting at home, multi-millionaire at 27. Do what he wants. Daniel, if you ever get to see this, chin up, son. Your dad's proud of you, everybody's proud of you. You've come from a kid to a man to be the world heavyweight champion and box at Wembley and in front of 100,000 people. You can't beat that kid. And if you ever want to do any training with a real straight man, come yourself to Morecambe anytime you want, kid. Because there's no jealousy here and there's no people putting others down who do the best. I call them dream crushers and jealous. Exactly, that's what you are. I love the dirty, jealous. Get up, Daniel Dubois. Get up, son.
Attempts to discredit him come across as desperate nationalism rather than fair analysis. Now, with Fury pushing for redemption and Joshua eyeing a return, the heavyweight division finds itself revolving around Usyk. He has proven time and again that he is not only the champion of this era but a fighter whose legacy stands shoulder to shoulder with the greats of history. Whether the next chapter is a trilogy with Fury, a third clash with Joshua, or a new challenger, one thing is certain. Usyk is the man everyone must face, and the man who has already broken many who dared to try. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more deep breakdowns, reactions, and insights from the boxing world. Until next time, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel.